Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Miss Tonya and this is the first video entry of my blog, Daily Stretching. I'm a freelance choreographer and dance instructor and my passion and first love is dance. To learn more about me, visit my website at www.misstonya.com and click on my About page, check out my profile links, and visit my personal blog, Dance Diaries, where I document my journey in pursuing my dance career. This blog will focus on the art of stretching. Videos will be posted starting with basic stretch techniques and will increase in intensity as time progresses. Stretching is an activity that should be done daily and comes with many benefits. It improves your circulation, increases flexibility, improves balance and coordination, and helps improve cardiovascular health. Later on, I will be posting a short description next to each of the benefits that I listed in this video to show how stretching helps. Since this is the first video, I'm going to do an introduction stretch, and the first thing that we must go over is the fundamentals of stretching. This is especially important for those who are new to stretching, as this will prevent injuries. Before stretching, you must warm up your muscles. This simply means you need to generate heat. Heat relaxes the muscles, which causes an extension in the muscles, making it easier to stretch and prevents tearing of the muscles, which is the most important factor. Never stretch without warming up. Here are some quick things you can do to warm up quickly, especially if you don't have time to conduct a full 30-minute to 45-minute warm-up. There are other warm-up techniques. I just found that these three tend to be the easiest. Later on, I will post a video of a warm-up routine that you can learn. It is important to keep the same rhythm of breath when stretching. Inhaling causes the body to tense, and the exhalation causes the body to relax. It is the latter that we are most focused on, because oftentimes people tend to hold their breath when under a stressful situation, and this causes more tension in the body. When breathing, remember to make your exhalations 2 times more than your inhalation while stretching. For example, if you inhale for a count of 2, make sure you exhale for a count of 4, but remember to keep that same rhythm. This technique is also very good for those who have panic attacks. The art of controlling your breath will control the mind, the body, and calm the spirit. When performing stretches, please respect your body and only go as far as your body wants to go. Do not overstretch. Flexibility will come with time and patience, but overstretching will cause a tear in the muscles. When performing stretches, remember to hold each stretch for 30 seconds. This is the amount of time it takes for your sensory receptors in the muscles to communicate with your central nervous system, or the brain, and relax tension receptors in the muscles. As time goes on, you'll be able to hold for longer, up to 2 minutes, but for now we will focus on just 30 seconds, which will increase your flexibility no matter how advanced you are. The space between cells and the space inside cells are filled with water, which lubricate your joints, therefore increasing your range of motion or your flexibility, which is why it's important to have plenty of water before stretching, and it's also important to have plenty of water after stretching. Stretching and twisting the muscles and tissue squeezes out impurities that have accumulated in them from foods and the environment. So it's important to flush this out with plenty of water at the end of your stretch. I decided to start the first stretch focusing on the neck and shoulder area. I want you to incorporate the fundamentals that we went over in order to incorporate this in your daily stretch routine. To help, I'm going to exaggerate my breathing on the exhalation, and as we continue, I want you to practice that same breathing technique with every stretch. The neck shoulder regions tend to be the areas where people hold a lot of stress. So we are going to focus on this area, and this stretch can be done anywhere and by anyone. Okay, let's begin. We're first going to start with the neck region, and then we're going to move down into the shoulder areas and including the shoulder region behind the shoulder blades. This is where a lot of people tend to hold a lot of tension. So to begin, I want you to slowly just bring your head slowly down, and we're going to hold for a count of 30 seconds. And remember your inhalation and your exhalation count. You can choose to inhale for a count of 2 and exhale for a count of 4, inhale for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 8. Whatever you choose, whatever rhythm you choose, just make sure you keep it consistent. For this video, I'm going to inhale for a count of 2 and exhale for a count of 4. For the next stretch, you're going to bend the right elbow, and you're going to do this sort of behind the head. And you're going to reach back and with a bent left elbow, and you're going to try to reach your fingers together. Eventually, your fingers will reach. It doesn't matter if your fingers do not touch at this point because you are still getting the full benefits of the stretch. So you should be feeling the stretch in this region, and also you should feel it in your shoulder blades. We are going to hold this pose for 30 seconds. Switch with the other side. For the next stretch, you're going to simply bring your arm across your body, and you should feel a nice, good stretch behind that shoulder blade. Hold this pose for 30 seconds, and then repeat with the other side for 30 seconds. For this next stretch, I'm going to demonstrate this position from the side. You're going to raise your shoulders upward and then push the shoulders forward to do a rounding of the upper area of your back. Clasp your hands and then bring them forward. And incorporate the next stretch by holding your head down, and do this for 30 seconds. Release for a count of 10 and repeat for 30 seconds, remembering to control your breath and to practice that same rhythm. While performing the neck stretches, you might have felt a sensation of lightheadedness, accompanied by a feeling of what I would say of peacefulness or calmness. The stretching releases the toxins that we talked about earlier, and that is the cause of the lightheadedness. However, the veins cross here at the neck. So when you begin stretching the neck area, you're also increasing the blood circulation to your brain. This helps you become more active during the day and be more alert. So it is especially important to start from the head and work downward when stretching. The next video entry will be a floor stretch of the upper body or the torso region and will incorporate neck and shoulder stretches as well. Please practice the neck and shoulder area stretch and get in the habit of controlling your breathing, as this is going to be incorporated for the rest of the stretching series, and it's important to get in this habit early to prevent injuries. Once you feel comfortable, then proceed with the next video stretch. Remember, this blog is located at Tumblr, so make sure you follow to get the latest updates. And if you're interested in a certain type of stretch, for example, your hamstrings, or have a general question, leave me a comment on my YouTube channel or message me on Tumblr. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next video.